Welcome back to Blake's Takes, everyone. As always, with me, my co-host, Garrett.
Hello.
Soon not to be Blake's Takes, though.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that is changing.
that
We're
is
going to have to come
changing.
up with a new intro. Well, I mean, it'll be a simpler intro.
Yeah. For those listening to the podcast episode, if you haven't seen the news yet, I posted on TikTok and Instagram, Instagram story, but we are rebranding the channel, changing the name.
A name that encompasses both of us.
Yes,
So
it'll-
it's no longer going to be Blake's Takes with co-host Garrett because Blake is very tired of saying that.
I'm not going to lie, I did get tired of saying, with co-host Garrett all the time. And as much as Blake's Takes rhymes beautifully,
We came up with a better name.
we did come up with a good name. We're happy with it. I also, even though Blake's Takes is Blake's Takes, I did see there is a Jake's Takes on YouTube
Yeah,
with like 143K subs.
did not know that.
And he interviews actors and directors.
Interesting. All right, you know what?
So-
So we got to separate ourselves. That's fine.
Yeah.
And there is actually another Blake's Takes on YouTube if you look that up.
He does do gaming. He does gaming
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. But
I mean-
if your name rhymes with takes, I mean,
Right.
basically anybody could use that.
Yeah.
But I think we came up with what's this we talk? I came up with a perfect name,
Yeah,
that-
Garrett did his job.
encompasses both of us, and it's pretty cool.
But yeah, so
Very-
the
Very
name
catchy.
the name will be changing soon. We have a logo cooked up for you. Shout out to Drew, who also has worked with Escape Pod on some logos for them.
Yes, sir.
We're really excited about it. That means we're going to have merch coming for y'all down the road as well. We're going to have Discord and Patreon dropping when we drop the new name. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming your way. Got a lot of exciting new content. I'm happy to post Patreon episodes about, content that we don't usually talk about. Because I
Yeah.
feel like with the podcast episode, we do have to stay relevant to what's coming out.
Yeah, we're whatever's coming out recently, we
Yeah.
got to talk about that. To maintain with whatever's
Right.
just being current, being a
Being
relevant
current.
person.
Got to stay relevant. But
yeah,
with the Patreon episode, we're definitely going to be able to talk about some more niche stuff.
more personal favorites
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's the news.
And if you guys get on the Discord as well, tell us what you want us to talk about.
And I know, I'm sorry we haven't posted a podcast episode in a while. We haven't. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
So,
Got
with that being said, we are looking to get the weekly episodes out, get the extra bonus episodes out on the Patreon. I mean, we're ready to go. We're ready for a busy summer. I think the name is kind of giving me some juice again.
Rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
No.
Now he can't talk. Well, I guess we're not doing the podcast episode.
Shut the fuck up.
We do have a combo podcast episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about
Yeah.
the first 3 episodes of The Boys, as well as the first episode of House of the Dragon, and maybe throw a little bit of Inside Out.
Yes, we are going to have a full Inside Out Pixar sequel episode that we're going to be recording soon with a friend of ours. I'm excited to go over some Pixar rankings next week, actually, because that's been going around. But yeah,
What do you want to cover first today, though?
I feel like we got to do The Boys.
I know, it's like the first thing off
Yeah.
the top of my head.
All right, so I'm sure, as you know, yes, first 3 episodes of The Boys have dropped. Encompassing that with House of the Dragon, I think it just feels really good to see like the internet and social media just really galvanizing together this summer for these 2 fantastic shows.
Dude, I feel like this always happens. There's like
It does.
It's like
It
like
does.
once a year there's
Yeah.
like 2 major projects that come out right around the same time. And it's like, I would love if they would like split it up so I had some fantastic content throughout the entire year, but I'm also not complaining getting just like overloaded
Right.
with all this awesome shit.
So what are your reactions to the first 3 episodes?
I mean, I loved it as usual. Definitely has held up to my expectations of what The Boys should be. A lot of different dynamics going on in this season compared to what we've seen in the past. Butcher's kind of the outcast of the group. He's
Yeah.
also terminally ill with the side effects of Temp V.
Homelander being more of a father figure now to Ryan.
Yes, but
Doesn't
in
mean he's
his
good
own
at it,
in his
but-
own fucked up way. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we're getting to see a lot more of the 7
Yeah.
this season. That's a big change.
Yeah.
Normally we were so focused on the boys and taking them down,
Mhm.
but now we're seeing a lot more of those interpersonal interactions between the characters in Vought Tower. And also I just find it so hilarious that they are still called the 7. And I'm like, bro, there
There's-
hasn't been a
yeah.
stacked 7 since
Yeah.
Translucent died.
Yeah, no, it's been an interchanging.
It's been
7.
swapping in and
Well,
out.
I think
the whole
season 2
time.
they had
Or
7 because of Stormfront.
Stormfront, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like Maeve's gone.
But then like Deep was cut, A-Train was
Yeah.
cut, then they both came back. It's just been,
Yeah.
I feel like they haven't had a fully stacked 7
Mhm.
in forever. So it's just kind of funny. But I feel like they will hit the 7 this time, but maybe not because he keeps saying he's saving the 7 spot for Ryan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like that we are spending more time with the soups in this one because yeah, it is the boys, so a lot of it has been focused on the boys, but with this one, it really, even though Homelander, yes, clearly has been the main antagonist the last 4 seasons, but he's like the main character
Basically,
in
yeah.
season 4 is what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't mind that because I mean,
It's Anthony Starr, bro.
Yeah.
He kills that role. He steals the screen every time he's on it. Never know what he's gonna do.
no, I mean, I don't know if it's even too soon to say that he might be the greatest villain we've ever seen in a television show, but like it's very possible.
It is possible.
I've never seen like his facial expressions are.
Dude,
So-
honestly, his range, it's the range. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Is like, especially when we see him talking to himself in the mirror and he's got the different versions of
Green
himself
Goblin
in the mirror.
going.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That part is interesting. I love seeing the different sides of his personality. And it's almost like he has split personality disorder when in those scenes.
It seems like they're leading more into that he does have split personality disorder.
However, with a traditional split personality disorder, it's like you're one person and
Yeah.
then your brain like swaps. He's
Yeah.
always Homelander. He's
Yeah.
always the same person.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows the different sides inside of
Mhm.
him.
No, yeah, his facial expressions are unreal. And we're getting a lot of them this season. He is getting tired of getting glazed all the time, which has led to some fantastic scenes. Another thing, yeah, that I've really noticed about the first 3 episodes of this season. This show's always been funny, but I feel like the
Comedy's
comedy's been
more prevalent than like the
Yeah.
seriousness.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially with having characters like the Deep in there.
Bro, every scene he's in. Yeah,
Bro.
if you have more Chase Crawford,
Yeah.
it's gonna be more funny.
I saw someone say this as well, that Chase Crawford's performance might get undermined because it's a comedic performance, but
Yeah.
like it's still an amazing performance.
His comedic timing is so good.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I remember the first thing he did that like really got me was when he was like, open the bag deep. Bats.
Yeah. Like he didn't know what bats were.
Yeah, like it was some big unveil.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Obviously got to mention the scene where Homelander tells him to blow A-Train.
Dude,
It's crazy.
my God. Sexuality is just a spectrum, right, bro?
Oh, shit.
I was shocked at A-Train. I was like, A-Train, you have more self-respect than this. Sit the fuck down.
Ashley was ready for it.
Oh, dude, Ashley got a little too excited about that. I was like,
That was funny.
I was like, okay.
And per usual, it's getting great reviews critically. I think it boosted up to 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
It's the lowest audience score we've seen though right now.
Dude, I
At
mean,
like
I
50 something percent.
I think we all know what we can attribute that to.
Yeah, it's and that's one thing that people have been saying. Maybe this season is getting too political, but it's always been a political show, but maybe it's more in your face this season.
Yeah,
But it's always been a political show.
it has been.
And I think it's always teetered on that line very well with like the social commentary and the
Yeah.
political satire. It just feels a lot more in your face because I think of what we're going through right now this year
Bro,
with it being election year.
oh, I don't even know if it's that, but I mean, like, the reason people are so pissed is I think because, like, yeah, this show's always been inclusive, but now we have like a definitive answer on Frenchie's sexuality, who is a major character in this show.
Right.
And bro, but to be honest, like, if you look back in the seasons, Frenchie has always like
He's always been
hinted,
zesty.
He's always been a little bit, and he's
Yeah.
always like, it's always been hinted that he kind of like plays for both teams, you know?
Right. Right.
It's always been hinted in there. And
Well, because he was whored out too.
yeah, no, he was. And so I don't know. I mean, it's like,
I think it's a fact that maybe this was just very quickly thrown in
Yes,
there.
it did feel
It
like
didn't have any
it
build-up.
kind of came out of nowhere. It felt like it didn't really have to do a whole lot with the
plot.
story. Yeah, it was just like, it just seems like another thing that was just like kind of thrown in there. And it didn't really do anything to forward the plot.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But I think that's why it's just caught people by surprise so much. I mean, personally, I don't really care. It hasn't bothered me throughout the season.
No, and I mean it's something you kind of like expect with this show.
Yeah.
Like because while they are actually being inclusive, they'll also like throw it back in your face with like of how Hollywood is ran with that.
No, I know. And I keep seeing like memes on TikTok. People are like talking about how when Republicans realize that this show has been making fun of them the whole time. And I'm like, bro, it makes fun of everybody.
It does, but also
it does so well at pointing fingers at both sides.
But also it took you 4 seasons to realize that?
Yeah, also that. I'm like, bro, this shit's been doing that since day one.
Yeah. I think being in the time we're in right now just makes it a little more hit close home for some people, I guess. I don't know. It being election year.
I don't know, man. I'm just enjoying the show.
Right. No, I always enjoy the show. We do have some new characters in this show. A few that just joined the 7. We got Firecracker, Sister Sage. Who else we got? Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character, which I'm hoping we see more of him.
Yeah, he hasn't really done anything yet. Dude, honestly, I feel like he's like Butcher, but worse. Or like how Butcher was back in the day, you know?
Right.
I feel like he represents like Butcher's past.
But it seems like that might be
because it seems like Butcher's turning a corner. Because there's been opportunities for him to do the same asshole shit that he did in the past that he hasn't done.
Yes.
Like Huey's hard drive could have gave that right over, but he didn't. He sent a picture of his asshole.
Which was a genuine reaction. The showrunner said that was her real reaction to that message.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that. And then also the cookies that were laced with the drug that he was going to give to Ryan.
Yes.
Threw those out. So
but he's not getting the job done.
He's playing the more human, the human way to go here, not doing it the Butcher way, but doing it like an actual human being would, being a little empathetic and treating Ryan like a person. So, I mean, I think he's doing it the right way. And obviously, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character, he's like, we don't have time for that, blah, blah, blah.
He doesn't have time for it either.
No, and he doesn't give a shit either. He's like, you said if it was my son and I trained him and we could train him, blah, 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 to take out Homelander, he'd be like, you're damn right. And if he died doing it, I'd be proud of him. Like, I'd be proud that that's my kid. So, I don't know. I like the direction Butcher's character arc is going.
Talk about Sister Sage.
I like Sister Sage.
I like Sister Sage a lot. I think she's brought a great dynamic with Homelander and like combating his mentality on things. Because everyone in the 7 just glazes Homelander, and we've seen that. We saw that last season. Everyone is afraid of Homelander. We saw it again this season, and now Sister Sage is bringing that fire to the 7. And she's got her fucked up ways too,
bro. She does.
Yeah,
she's fucked up in like a pathological way. I don't know. Like, she definitely is a planner, obviously, with her power set, but she's kind of bringing back that Stan Edgar type of villain role, Right. Homelander didn't realize how much he relied on him and how much he relied on his strategic expertise with like moves to make and everything. He's just an all powerful. He's never really had to make these decisions before. So he got Sister Sage to basically fill that role for him. And also, he was sick of everybody being like, "You're so right, sir. You're, all your ideas are just amazing."
Which led to the blow A train scene.
Yes.
But because clearly Homelander's not the planner.
Correct. But he's not stupid either.
Not stupid, but he's not steps ahead like Stan Edgar was.
Part of his problem is he like totally lacks empathy. He doesn't know
he's too radical.
Well,
he may lack empathy, but I think he's too emotional.
Well, no, exactly. No, but he lacks empathy in the sense that he doesn't know how people are going to react or how people are going to do things.
Yeah.
That's why he's never really been able to I feel like he's never really been able to predict how the boys are going to respond to what he's doing next. Versus Sister Sage, she might be super smart, but she can at least be a person.
Yeah. Firecracker. Also new character. I've I've seen a lot of people on Twitter say that they can fix Firecracker.
Yeah.
But
Firecracker's interesting.
Interesting because as we see, she's bringing something interesting with Starlight's character, which I feel like Starlight's character has been a very stagnant character in this show. I'd probably say Starlight and Huey probably the most.
Yeah, they haven't really changed
Like
very
there hasn't
much.
been much of an arc there.
Obviously, Huey had to embrace the whole boys role and start doing some messed up shit. But at the same time, but ever since then, ever since he's embraced that role, he's kind of stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah. So now we're getting some like new character developments of Starlight from Firecracker.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting to see how that plays out.
And we've always seen Starlight exactly as the show has portrayed her as like this kind of, perfect, country girl, just like basically innocent and pure.
Right.
And now we're learning a little bit about her past through Firecracker.
Right.
But also, I mean, I find her interesting mainly because, she spouts all the conspiracy theory crap that, really gets people riled up, and she knows it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And she admitted that. And normally when you have people who are spouting that kind of stuff, it is very hard to get them to break that character and admit what they're doing is not correct. I have to say this, though, this is random, but what was the most unexpected kill that you saw?
Unexpected kill?
That just like totally, you were like, just made your jaw drop.
Made my jaw drop?
Because there's one in my head right now that's so fucked.
Okay, let me think. From the first 3 episodes, I would say, okay, I'll tell you what. I think it might be something from the ice skating episode.
Okay.
Where the dude is hopping over the wall and he fucking slits the throat of that one girl.
Yeah.
But I will say, another new character maybe that we forgot to mention, Newman's daughter. I mean, not like new, but we're seeing
more of her.
We're seeing more, and we saw her new power set.
That shit was terrifying.
That was something. Whoa, what's the one that,
bro? When they brought in the girl who like supported Starlight and they were questioning her up in the office.
That's right. Yes.
Oh my god. And bro, he's like, on my son's life or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. She admitted that she called like a few days ago. Done.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like the show still has its jaw-dropping moments.
It does, man. And I love how just astonished Sister Sage was too, because she was like, you don't think the next thing out of her mouth might have been of interest?
Well, and just going to Anthony Starr as Homelander, like, he's really so unexpected. Like 4 seasons in, he can still shock you. Like I really did believe he was like, okay, fine. Like I won't do anything.
Yeah, like he can be rational and reasonable. That's literally why I never trust anything he says.
Right.
Is because he is just like, you think you have a grip on him for like 1 second, and you think like, okay, maybe Homelander has a rational thought, and we can see him have conversations with people and like be normal for a second.
Well, I feel like he has normal conversations with Butcher all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like those are like the most normal conversations, but then he does shit like that, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I thought we were making some progress here, and you're not quite as insane.
Ryan, which we're obviously seeing more of this season.
Way more.
A lot more, yeah. He's starting to learn that
his dad's a sociopath.
Yeah, his dad's insane, but also everything isn't what it looks like from the outside being inside the 7 building. Like, rehearsing these saves and everything. It just made me think when Deep goes, shit, I thought we weren't killing people today.
Dude, oh my God. Dude, that was fucked.
That was fucked, yeah.
Holy shit. And dude, I was watching them rehearse. I was like, he's going to throw him too hard. He doesn't know it. I literally predicted it before it happened. I'm like,
yeah, he doesn't know his own strength yet.
Exactly that. He does not know his own strength. I was like, and then Homelander was telling him like, throw him hard.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Splattered on the wall.
Let's talk about a new but not new character, Black Noir.
Oh, yeah.
Black Noir is funny as shit this season.
Dude, he is funny. And I love how everybody around him is like, shut the fuck up. You're not supposed to talk.
What makes it even greater is that it's the same actor under the mask.
I know.
But now we're seeing a different side.
Yeah.
So it's clear that it's not a clone of Homelander like we know what the comics do, and in Diabolical as well. Like that was their protection against Homelander, was they made a clone of Homelander, which is Black Noir. You still think it could be a clone?
I don't think it could be, I don't know if it could be a clone. They could have even, what if they healed the original one? Because I feel like I'm not sure. I'm not sure Noir's power set, but if he does like have a healing factor like that,
they would have had to brainwash him.
No, not even that. What if he's like embracing this new Noir? He's like he's pretending to be a different person.
But the line that makes me not think it's a clone of Homelander or what you just said is when he said, "I studied theater at Godolphin."
He could have.
I
know.
It's honestly, that line right there.
He's too old to go to Godolphin. He does sound like a much younger guy.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be like Homelander's age? No, older than Homelander.
He's like Soldier Boy's age.
He's Soldier Boy's age.
Yeah.
Or no, younger than. He's in between.
Younger than Soldier Boy.
Because he was like under Soldier Boy in Payback.
Mm-hmm. Shit, guys, that was so fucked up.
Dude, but he had no hesitation. I love how he was like, that was so fucked up. But I'm like, dude, you were the first one to swing the bat.
Oh, RP Todd. And you know what's crazy? They the Twitter account, they made a Twitter account which
I saw those.
You saw that?
Yes.
Which Vought and like the boys' social media team has just done great at like
dude, they
trying to immerse us actually in their world. Like this is a real social media world.
There's like a Vought TikTok account and like every single ad for trailer for the show is basically an advertisement for Vought.
Yeah.
And one of them was
like one of them was Todd's account.
Yes. And but like one of the videos that I saw from the Vought account was like Ashley saying, she's like, Homelander, who was defending his son against a violent protester. Like she was talking on Homelander's behalf. I don't know. It was just funny.
Who else we got?
A-Train.
So A-Train. I want to get to A-Train because I think what I might be looking forward to the most in this season is the possible redemption arc of A-Train.
Dude, I think that's like the most likely scenario in season 4.
Yeah.
You never know with this show. He could like be close to, making a switch and then back out of it last second.
We've seen him almost make the right decision a few times.
Yeah. And we've seen him help the boys on multiple occasions now. The security cam footage, the file on Stormfront. Those are two like crucial pieces of information that he just
had
handed
a personal
over.
vendetta against Stormfront.
Well, obviously, but still, I mean, it did help our protagonists.
Jayhawk.
Yeah.
Got his revenge on Jayhawk.
Was that his name?
No, Bluehawk.
Bluehawk.
Got his revenge on Bluehawk.
Yeah.
So yeah, for anyone to have a redemption arc, it seems like A-Train is the closest one there.
And MM is even, realizing that and trying to bring him over.
Yeah. And him trying to, patch things up with his brother and spending time with his nephews.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot leading up to A-Train's redemption, which I would love to see.
It seems like there's a lot of good morals like kind of going through him right now. And he's definitely
done some shitty things.
Oh, of course. I mean, Jesus, he was literally the intro to how fucked up Soups can be by running through Huey's girlfriend.
And not giving a shit.
And not caring and laughing about it. But, I genuinely think like all of that was kind of like a front or, a persona that he put on to, seem cool. Because that's always been his thing. Like he's the cool superhero, you know, but he genuinely like actually does care about the repercussions of his actions.
Season 3, you really see him afraid of Homelander more than ever. Like I feel like season 3 is when he is at his most vulnerable because
he can't run.
He
doesn't have powers anymore. Basically,
very valid.
Yeah. But A-Train would be so valuable if they were able to turn him. Because personally, out of the 7, he is 100% the second most powerful Soup. With how fast he is.
Yeah, considering there's also no one else in the 7. But yeah,
I'd put him over Deep. I know Deep is strong.
Yeah.
But
because I feel like it was Maeve.
It was Maeve. Maeve. As far as strength, for sure.
But A-Train would be next for sure. Now he would be second. Yeah,
I would put A-Train as the second most powerful Soup, and his speed is a huge asset.
Yes, Starlight's power is always like
they're so underwhelming.
I know.
Oh my god, I love that they made fun of that this season. She flashed her eyes, and I think it was at A-Train. He's like, always with the eyes. Like he's like, you're not gonna do shit.
Well, even Butcher, when they were like, oh, you can fly now. Yeah, while killing an electrical box or something.
Yeah, or he's like taking out half of Brooklyn or something.
Yeah, her powers are very underwhelming. See, your favorite speedster? A-Train definitely has the best sound effect when it comes to a speedster.
Yeah. No, honestly, that's what I've missed so much about him running is the sound effect. It sounds so fucking cool.
It does.
I love it. Is he my favorite speedster? Nah, man.
Okay.
Like honestly, I don't think there's ever like a character in The Boys that would go over another in like another superhero universe, you know?
Right.
Just because, you know, they're all assholes. And it's, you know.
But I'm saying in terms of, you know, costume, speed sound effect.
I love his character design.
I do too.
I really do. But I mean, like, you can't beat the Flash, man. Like you really can't.
But no, he definitely has the best sound effect.
Yeah. No, I'll give him that. Like his speed sound effect is probably the coolest I've ever heard.
Sounding like a train. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think,
to be honest, I feel like most of them have stayed like pretty stagnant with their character development. Like not much has changed so much. The only difference I would say majorly would be like is, you know, taking that leadership role, but he's learning that it's not as easy as it looks. And Butcher did make the right calls. As fucked up as his plans were, you know, he would make the right calls at times.
I think that's probably been the biggest complaint about the season is it feels like we're doing the same thing again.
Yeah. Like it feels like there was a big difference when we had Powers. There was Soldier Boy. Yeah. There was a lot of changes in season 3 that made it feel like we were really getting somewhere. And then now that they don't have their powers again, you know, it's Homelander back at the top. It does kind of feel similar. To be honest, I think they could have ended it at season 3 and it would have been like a very satisfying, exploding conclusion.
Yes. But
I mean, yeah,
a show this successful. I'm
not saying I want the show to end at all.
Yeah, because it is confirmed that it is gonna
have a season 5.
Has a season 5, and that'll be the final season. Which even, I mean, like the great shows that you see, a lot of them are like 5 to 7 seasons. I don't think
it doesn't need to go further than that.
No, absolutely not. I don't think so either. I mean, it's gonna be a sad day when we don't have any more of the boys, but
worth it.
Yeah, worth it. Or else you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yep.
And then you go through the Stranger Things effect as well. I mean, those are kids, but
see, okay, no, the Stranger Things effect is more like, don't wait, you know, fucking 10 years between seasons. Oh my God, bro.
But I would say like, cause Huey's dad having a heart attack and or a stroke, and that's a new character thing that Huey's going through. But like Huey's character has always felt the same to me.
Yeah. I do like that we're getting to see his relationship with his mom. I think that's interesting.
Or is that a side effect?
Yeah, I know. I've heard that theory.
We are seeing a little more too of the relationship between Huey and Newman.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, because they worked on the whole political campaign together for a while, and he like truly believed in her, and then he found out, you know, all this shit about her, and that was kind of crushing.
Yeah, we also learned that it's going to take a lot more to kill Newman off too.
Dude, she's powerful.
They threw acid on her, doesn't have an effect. Tried to shoot her in the head.
Oh my God,
had no effect. But like Newman could have easily popped their heads right there and didn't. So Newman is definitely more reasonable than Homelander.
Well, duh.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's about to be my VP.
Yeah, she about to be the president.
Yeah, because we learned that Bryan Singer
is aware
of her powers. And wants her gone before they actually get into the Oval Office.
Yeah, because if she's not gone, he will be at some point. She's one heartbeat away from the president's seat. My heartbeat. Yeah.
Kimiko, I don't really know where they want to head in her direction for her character as well. Because like it's like, okay, they want to address her past again, right? But
yeah,
they've done that. I feel like they've done that multiple times.
I mean, they did that with her brother. That was about it.
More than that too.
Like what? When else did they address her past?
I feel like her and Frenchie are always going on adventures for her. For her or Frenchie, I don't know.
I feel
like those two are always going on their separate adventures together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Where did they go? Tell me.
I can't remember.
Well, that's a problem.
No.
Her
the
brother was
subway.
like her brother was like the only thing from her past that came up.
Was it? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I feel like I've seen her past come up decent amount. Oh wow, we're already.
I mean,
40
they've
minutes in.
talked about it.
Okay,
Like, you know, when there was the you know, when Homelander was out there creating supervillains, that was
Mhm.
also like through the when Homelander was creating supervillains, he was doing that like with the terrorist faction that she was a part of. That she was a part of.
What are some things that you hope to see in the rest of the season?
Soldier Boy.
I would like to see Soldier Boy. Here's the thing. I don't think
He's not. I don't think there's been any talks about him recording for this season.
No.
I don't think we're gonna see him.
Well, what if they got that shit on a tight grip?
They could.
You know,
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
But God, I did love seeing Soldier Boy.
Here's the
He's
thing.
so good.
I know season 4 is going to be great. Like I have a lot of faith in
Yeah.
this show, but I think season 3 is definitely the peak of the show.
I think so, yeah.
Like
I don't know if you can top it.
I
Season
don't
3
know.
was so good.
everything was hitting on every level.
It was so good.
and the addition of Jensen Ackles was just
Bro,
a
that was
perfect
the
addition.
cherry on top.
yeah, that was a perfect addition.
The superpower battle between Butcher,
Mhm.
Homelander, and Soldier Boy. Twice. One at Hero Gasm,
Mhm.
and then the other one at Vought Tower.
And I feel like
A-Train's character development, killing
Yep.
Blue Hawk, and running even though he knew it was gonna sacrifice his heart. Like,
and I feel like season 3, that's when like you really start to see Homelander slip and not give a fuck.
yeah.
So like everything was just hitting in
Bro,
season 3.
Do you remember when Homelander showed up to Hero Gasm and there was that little person?
Yeah, Termite.
Yeah, Termite was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, somebody help
He
me.
just steps on him. Yeah.
Just
So, I mean, I still have confidence in season 4 that'll finish great. I wonder how they're going to incorporate Gen V more as well, because
well, I think that virus is like
The only
main
thing?
Yeah, it might be. I don't think those kids are locked up in Vought Tower right now.
right.
That's the last we saw of them. I don't know if they're gonna
I don't know.
play any more factory.
Because I've seen some things that maybe Marie, right? That was her name, Marie, might take out that worm and Butcher, or that parasite and Butcher.
possible. She does have blood powers.
yeah.
But then at the same time, Newman could do that.
But why would Newman want to do that?
I don't know. Help him out.
I don't know.
I mean, she hasn't killed him.
yeah. Could Butcher end up just finding regular Compound V?
I thought
heal
about
himself?
that. I thought about that too. I was like,
Right.
would that help him? I don't know.
It would have to, right? At
don't
least
know.
with the healing factor in it. I want to see a Black Noir reveal. I want to see something
an
with Black
unmasking,
Noir.
yeah. Yeah.
Redemption arc from A-Train, I definitely want to see.
That I need to see, honestly.
I wonder if we'll see Maeve at any point in this season as well.
That's a
Because
possibility.
we do know she's alive, obviously powerless.
Any Stan Edgar?
Dude,
That's-
I know.
he's like gone.
We haven't seen him since his ass got locked up.
I know. Which surprises me.
Yeah.
I'm shocked like the boys aren't like trying to find him in prison and like, get an
Right.
inside scoop of Vought.
Or like there's no news about him or anything.
Nothing. It's like he never existed.
Yeah. I
don't-
would like to
I don't
see
get
some
that.
Stan Edgar in this season. Cause like, man, he was their whole operations.
Yeah.
The Vought Towers and everything.
Literally.
Cleaning out the mess for Homelander and everything. The father of Newman, as we find out as well. Well,
Father.
yeah, father, but he's still Newman's father.
Yeah.
So you would expect we would get a little something, but ever since that one episode in season 3, we haven't seen any of him.
Nothing.
So I do hope to see him appear back up in season 4. I think the first 3 episodes is definitely pretty basic lineup for a feeling of what we're going to get this season, but we're definitely going to need to see some things get moving forward,
Yeah.
which I'm sure we will.
The show is still amazing. Like I'm not disappointed by it at all, but
Mhm.
it feels like there are some loose ends in some areas.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to House of the Dragon. We only got 1 episode of that, which I mean that's fine. I love here's the thing that I do love about House of the Dragon, the whole Game of Thrones thing, is that it premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. So like
Like a normal TV.
a normal TV show, everyone is sitting down watching this together on Twitter right away. Like I know, we could get on Twitter the next day and see the same thing. And all these other shows like on Disney Plus and Prime Video, they release at 3 a.m. Eastern time. So, we're not staying up together watching
Yeah,
that.
and okay, that's 12 a.m.
Pacific
time,
time,
but it's like, okay, I have to stay up till midnight. What if I have work the next morning or
Yeah.
something?
And it
It's
doesn't
like,
even make sense for the UK because that would be like releasing at like 8 a.m. the next morning.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
But it's a really stupid time.
So I love that House of the Dragon releases at a time where everyone can hop on. And like an hour later, everyone's going to be on social media talking about it. House of the Dragon. What'd you think?
It was good.
It was good.
Picked up right where we left off in season 1.
Right. I think it's hard to get a grasp of like what the season's going to feel like just from one episode.
Yeah.
We get a juicy, and that's the thing about Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons. I feel like I feel like we're watching like a medieval soap opera, a fucked up soap opera, but it's always so dramatic.
It is very dramatic.
Like there's so much gossip and rumors, and it's just so gossipy. But we get a juicy ending with what's her names? Cheese and that was their names. It was like Cheese and something.
The kids?
No, the killers.
Oh, I don't even know.
Anyways, we get a juicy ending to episode 1. A son for a son. Damon put on that black hoodie and went to business as always. As soon as he puts that on, there's going to be a crime 10 minutes later.
Pretty much.
Sir Colin, you know what? These names are going to be hard to remember for this episode. The names
I genuinely don't remember any of them.
The names are just okay. So what's their name? Sir Colin, the
who are we talking about?
Allison Hightower's guard knight.
Oh,
Allison Hightower's knight.
I think it is Colin.
I think it is right. Sir Colin.
We don't even know. The
Either
last
way,
name. Yeah,
that
dude,
man.
That man's just like the
the whore.
That man's honestly just been like the royal mattress.
He has.
He's
kind
been
of
the
royal mattress.
Pretty funny.
Well, because he got pissed at Rhaenyra because she basically asked him to be his whore, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
And created such a vendetta against Rhaenyra.
Yeah, for rejecting him.
And now he's Allison Hightower's whore.
Yeah. Dude, and she's been taking full advantage of that.
Yeah.
She was even like, we can't do this again. End of the show. Right back at it.
Aegon Targaryen's character is pretty interesting. On becoming the new king and like trying to get a feel of because we see that he clearly doesn't know how to be a king politically, but seems like he wants to try to do the right thing with the common folks.
Yeah,
which I find interesting.
No, he has. When it comes to the people, he does have a good moral compass, but he's just kind of listening to his advisors because he's not thinking about the future. Like when that guy was trying to get his sheep back, and he was like, of course you can have your sheep back. Like, why wouldn't you be able to? And then he's like, well, if you do that, you're going to have to give them all back. And,
yeah.
But also, it seems like he just doesn't really take the king thing very seriously, as we saw in the small council meeting. Like he was just like, more amused with his kid running around than anything else.
That kid is dead now.
Yeah, he is.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked.
You know, people said, I saw that people were saying that there was going to be red wedding type shit at the end of this episode. And while it's still fucked up, I don't think anything's beating the red wedding in a surprise factor.
Yeah.
That's something that can't be topped.
No.
Aegon's wife, also interesting.
You mean his sister?
Oh, shit, you're right. Wife and sister. Well, I guess it both works out.
That's them Targaryens, bro.
Yeah. Both of those terms check out.
Yeah.
She predicted what was coming.
Yeah, the rats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we saw a little glimpse of that as well at the end of last season that she had something to her.
Yeah, like everybody think there's something wrong with her, but she's she's got some like kind of precognition.
Like
she's
psychic power.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I will say for the most part, this first episode was a little underwhelming, except for that ending. Because I feel like a lot of it was literally just like Rhaenyra dealing with, with her son's death.
Well, Rhaenyra only said three words a whole episode.
Yeah.
Which I think wasn't a like.
I mean, no, it
that's
wasn't.
a right move.
I'm not saying it was like a bad thing or anything, but it definitely, they didn't like throw us into any kind of action right off the bat or anything like that.
I see what you're saying. And I feel like that might be how a lot of the first episodes of Game of Thrones House of the Dragon is, just because there's a lot of world to explore in this universe. There's a lot of characters where you can't remember their names for shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how it always is for the first episodes of Game of Thrones content, and then the very end, it'll give you something juicy, which had a great build up as well.
You know,
The end of the first episode did have a great build up,
as I was watching it, I was like, I think I need to rewatch season 1.
right?
Yeah,
I feel like recaps.
I was like, I'm so
Yeah.
unfamiliar with names and
Yeah.
exactly what happened because
Bro, it's a tough universe.
the I still can't think of the name. But the they're also Valyrian. And they, they're like the wards of the sea or
Yes.
whatever they call it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
His son, remember, he
Faked
faked
his
his death. And
Yes.
and when he said, he was like, I was sorry to hear about your son. I was like, faked his suicide. Got it.
Yeah.
Or faked his death. I was
Uh-huh.
like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
But
Well-
it just like took me a second. I was like, who the fuck are we talking about?
Oh no, yeah, because we watched a whole recap before heading into that episode.
Yeah,
like we knew the recap because they always give a recap, but I'm like, we know this
Yeah.
is not going to be
No,
enough.
I was hoping. Yeah, I was watching the recap. I was like, man, I still don't remember shit.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was 2 years ago.
It was a while ago.
It was.
Nah, I'd be down to rewatch season 1. Dude, I wanted to see that dragon that they teased us with at the end of season 1. Remember
That they tease us with.
Yeah, remember the wild dragon that oh my god, what's his name?
Who?
Rhaenyra's uncle / husband now.
Damon?
Daemon, yeah. But you don't remember that at the end of season 1, Daemon, he went to go claim that wild dragon that's like huge and was vicious looking and had like jagged teeth and shit. You don't remember that?
Not Vagar.
No, not Vagar.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about when they were strategizing in season 1. Like I
Yeah.
remember specifically, they were like, okay, they have these dragons, we have these dragons.
Mhm.
And they were trying to even the playing field. So Daemon went to this wild dragon, and he went to go get this wild dragon that nobody had claimed yet. So that's what he was doing. And we have not seen that dragon. And I really want to see a good shot because all we saw was like him in darkness, and then there was like the light just show up, and you just saw like the 2 eyes and the teeth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
That's
he was fucking huge. He's like nearly on Valerian's. No, what's his name? God, what the fuck is the big dragon's name?
Vagar.
Yeah, Vagar.
Vagar.
But yeah, that one is like the wild dragon is like nearly on Vagar's level.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Vagar's fucking huge.
Vagar's huge.
Yeah. Ooh, we see Winterfell.
We do see Winterfell. We saw
Ooh.
some Stark action.
Ooh, we get the Stark theme.
Yeah.
I did love hearing me
No,
some Stark theme.
Bro, when they were showing the green fields and everything and the
Yeah.
trees, I was like, Winterfell. I was
Yeah.
like, I know we're in the north. I just knew it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And seeing the wall and everything. I don't know. There's something about seeing Winterfell and the wall that's just like
It's home.
it's comforting.
It's home.
It's home. So, like that has become home in this Game of Thrones universe.
Yes. The most reason it's the most reasonable,
Yeah.
peaceful place in the realm.
Even though it's probably the shittiest place to live with weather conditions.
Don't care.
Wow.
If I had to pick a place to live, I'd
Yeah.
probably choose Winterfell.
Yep.
Maybe not as like a commoner, but
Right. Or
actually,
maybe as a
where
commoner.
would you want to live as a commoner?
In Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Well, King's Landing probably has the best weather.
River Run might not be bad. The Tullys.
Okay.
River Run may not be bad. They're an honorable house and they actually care about their people. Maybe the Erie.
Remind me.
Where Robin and them are, or the Aarons. I want to see the Batman fly. Kat's sister, the crazy one, had her kid sucking on her titty on her throne.
That place?
Yeah.
Wasn't there... Could you fall through, though?
Yeah.
Wasn't it really high?
The moon door, yeah.
Yeah, the moon door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm afraid of heights.
You wouldn't really deal with that. But
where else?
not Storm's End.
Casterly Rock?
I don't know enough about it.
What's the Zillow prices looking at for each
I don't know, man.
for each kingdom?
I mean, we all know the Lannisters got some gold.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe Highgarden, actually.
I don't think we're going to see the Starks again this season, though, which is unfortunate. I think I read that somewhere.
They were recruiting them for soldiers.
But I mean, like Winterfell.
Winterfell maybe not.
Yeah.
But I think we might see some more Starks though.
Yeah, maybe. What does the wall keep out? Death.
I do like that they're actually showing that the wall had respect at one point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the tradition of, going there,
It
they
was
would
honorable.
draw stones.
Uh-huh.
And if you got the black one, you would go. And also, yeah, like Jon Snow, when he was going there, he was like everybody knew what this place was, nobody told me. Like he was convinced that the wall was, this bullshit place that he got tricked into going to, versus this what was it? Taryn Stark?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. God,
Yeah.
I hate not knowing names.
Yeah.
But when he was getting questioned about, the authenticity of the wall and, like their purpose there, he defended the shit out of it.
Yeah.
He's like, you think we're up here just protecting the people from savages? He's like, no, we're protecting them from a lot more. Like this isn't a fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in a fucking game.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll like ever dive more into the lore of the White Walkers.
I mean, I don't think they need to.
No, but it'd be cool.
Why would they need to though? They kind of gave us a whole background already. They showed us how they got made. They said they were asleep for thousands of years, which is why we're not going to see any White Walkers in this.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think that story's done, bud.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool. So are you team green or you team
Nobody's
black?
team green. Nobody's team green.
Why not?
I mean, Allison is hot, but I'm not team green. Bro, she was
Olivia Cook does make it hard to be team black.
She was getting some dick, bro.
Queen's got to do what a queen's got to do.
Guess so. I don't know what the hell made her so horny.
Well, she ain't queen right now, but
yeah, I know. She's technically queen regent.
yeah.
Or no, you're not even that. Just queen mother.
Queen mother.
Or no, not even that. What do you call her?
How is she not queen mother?
No, because she's not the mother. She's the mother of the king. Oh wait, or does that make no?
King mother?
No.
King mother?
No, the term queen is only when the king doesn't have a queen.
Oh, but he
so
does have a
right now,
queen.
so no, right now she's literally just the mother of the king.
Oh,
That's about it. Because there is a queen. So
which is
using
she's probably getting undermined a lot right now.
Yeah, no, that was the other thing is I did notice that in their conversation, Colin kept calling her queen, and I was like, she ain't the fucking queen, buddy. Like I thought somebody was gonna like correct him on that, and I'm like, dude, she's not queen anymore. Her husband's dead. It's over.
It's over. Let's look at the stat sheet. If you're a part of Team Green, what do you support?
What do you mean?
Like, why are you Team Green or why are you Team Black?
What?
It's a reasonable question. Like, what makes you choose to be Team Green or Team Black?
Basically how the throne was acquired and their claims to the throne.
Corruption.
Yeah.
So if you're saying if you're Team Black, you have more honor.
I mean, yeah, because like everybody, bent the knee and gave their sword for Rhaenyra. And then so basically if you were one of those people and then now you're supporting Aegon's claim, then you're
But he was
dishonorable shit.
He was a son to the king.
Did they not pledge their life to Rhaenyra?
They did.
Did they not do that?
No, they did. They did.
Do vows have an expiration date, Blake?
It
It wasn't I vow to serve Rhaenyra on the condition that the king never has a son. It was I vow to serve Rhaenyra, period.
Period. And the story?
Period. End of story.
It's interesting. That was funny when the one guy was like, fuck the high towers. I'm just saying, man, I feel like a lot of people are everyone's Team Black, but they create teams for a reason, and that's to choose sides. We got to have some people Team Green.
I mean, if you want to pick the more likely to win side, yeah,
you want to pick.
Go ahead.
You
want to
pick the cousin fuckers, the sister fuckers,
sister fuckers. I mean, she's an uncle fucker, Rhaenyra.
That's what I'm saying. That's the side you're choosing.
They're both doing it.
They're both fucked. They're both fucking.
That's a Targaryen thing, bro. They don't give a fuck.
So weird. But it's so funny how like
It's so normalized now.
it's so romanticized within this show. Like
Oh.
everyone was fiending for more Damon and Rhaenyra,
Ugh.
which is just it's weird.
Weird.
How this show does that. And I feel like Game of Thrones did that too.
Yeah.
How it just did.
Yes, more Cersei and Jamie.
Right,
It's like,
right.
What the
Like,
hell, man?
Not even that. And I feel like people romanticize that shit. But yeah, only one episode, so I feel like it's really hard to gauge.
Yeah, we
how
can't-
it's gonna go.
Can't get too deep into this.
Obviously, we're definitely gonna get some heavy action come towards like I feel like mid-season
Yeah.
towards and throughout the end of the show.
Mhm.
I mean, this is gonna be what it's like the Dance of the Dragons. So we'll definitely get an action-packed finale. We'll definitely, it's fucking just like The Boys. This is Game of Thrones, all right? This is nothing new. We're gonna get some jaw-dropping moments in this show.
I need me some more dragons.
I need me some more dragons. But yeah, so between The Boys and House of the Dragon, our summer is fucking packed with amazing television. I'm here for it. There's something about Game of Thrones content that just like we were talking about earlier with Winterfell, it just feels homey.
It does.
You never skip the intro. That's for damn sure.
I didn't skip that shit.
No, you never skip that shit. And it's different this season as well. With
Yeah, it
with
is.
the
They're like,
tapestry.
yeah, they're sewing a tapestry.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm happy the theme song stays the same.
Yeah.
I like
Just lets you know it's Game of Thrones time.
right.
Yeah.
You can't really get a better intro than that fucking theme right there.
So good. But before we go, let's talk about what we just saw in theaters today, actually.
Oh yeah, we just saw Inside Out 2. We are gonna like save a full review, like we said, to record with a friend of ours, and then we'll have like Pixar rankings and talk about the best Pixar sequel. But yeah, just a short, quick review of Inside Out 2.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well. I wrote my Letterboxd review. I don't know what you fully thought of it yet.
I mean, I saw your review. I agree. It's similar. I don't think it's as good as the original.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it felt like the stakes were higher. In
the original?
In the original, yeah,
Yeah.
like she was making like more bad decisions.
Well,
with,
she was about to leave her family.
yeah,
so
dude,
the
like
stake
she
was
was
pretty
like,
high.
yeah, no, the stakes were definitely lower in this one with like
Yeah.
the bad decisions that she was making with her core
Yeah.
memories not there.
Yeah.
Or not core memories, her core emotions. But I think it was definitely more relatable for people because those people that saw the original Inside Out and then now they're like,
A little older.
a little older.
Yeah.
So now they're seeing anxiety, embarrassment, boredom. They're seeing like all these emotions that they can definitely relate to
I think my favorite
and how overwhelming they can be.
Yeah, I think my favorite voice acting performances was Maya Hawke as Anxiety and
Yeah.
I always forget her name, but it's like Ayo Abadiri. I don't want to say like wrong, but she's in The Bear. She's in The Bear. She's Carmi's right hand girl in The Bear.
Okay. Who was she?
She was Envy.
Ah,
Yeah, and if you've seen, they've showed like behind the scenes footage of her in the recording studio, and it's like everyone was like
totally
she was,
different person.
Well, everyone was just like, oh, this is what she was made for. Like she fit it perfectly. Like she was going ham in that recording studio.
Interesting.
But
I bet you we see her do some more voice acting work then.
yeah, for sure. So I think those two performances I really enjoyed. Yeah, I'd agree. Not as good as the first one, but also that's a really high bar to reach.
It was.
Like,
It was a
first one's really
the
good.
original Inside Out is great.
And a lot of people probably would have the first Inside Out around their top 5 Pixar movie.
Mhm.
And it's so Inside Out 2 built on the foundations that was laid in the original one.
I will say though, like both movies do a great job at like making me feel almost hopeless. I'm genuinely like, dude, like we're about to be screwed here. Like I
Right.
don't see an answer to what's happening.
Or like, what was the one line in this one? Is that what happens when you get older? You just feel less joy.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
well, you're kind of right.
Yeah, kind of right.
Yeah.
That was sad.
That's sad. But either way,
Can't wait for depression to get introduced.
dude, depression's going to be in Inside Out 3.
100%. And nostalgia.
Oh, I'd be excited for nostalgia. Nostalgia, bro. Nostalgia be hitting.
Nostalgia was funny.
Nostalgia was
in this.
funny. I'll say
She's like, I'll be here if you need me.
You get in your late 20s, early 30s, nostalgia gonna be hitting you like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. She gonna be running the fucking console.
So yeah, I think it's a worthy Pixar sequel. It's definitely like one of those Pixar movies where not only can a kid relate to it, but also an adult, which I feel like that has kind of been lost in sight of like Disney and Pixar movies as of recently. Because that was the thing about those OG, Pixar Disney movies. Is like you can have a kid watching that, and you can have an adult watching that. Like those fucking movies are great. Like I just watched Toy Story 2 the other day, and I'm like, this is a masterpiece. So I feel like that's a step in the right direction to kind of get, have that sense of, okay, this is not only a movie for kids, but for everyone.
Yeah.
Worthy sequel. Yeah. And it's also second highest opening weekend ever for an animated movie, behind Incredibles 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
After we've seen so many other movies flop at the box office recently.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were talking about this is something that adults and kids can enjoy. I thought it was funny. I went to go buy my ticket and it's PG, and it was like, and it was talking about like age limit restriction or like parental guidance or something. It was like warning me as I was buying my ticket. I was like, really?
Oh.
It has to be rated G?
Oh, wow. For like anyone to buy it?
Yeah, I was like, that just was funny to me. I was like, is there anything that's rated G anymore? That's in like a regular theater.
Yeah, no, I don't think
everything's at least PG.
Right? I don't think I've ever seen, like, I can't remember last time I've seen rated G.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like we've gotten to the point in society. It's like we're trying to keep when you're trying to keep things, kid friendly. You're trying to keep them PG. Technically, I think like the original phrase was like trying to keep it G rated. Because G rated is like anybody can see it. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode of The Boys, House of the Dragon, little Inside Out 2 review. Got a jam-packed summer, and like we said in the beginning episode, got a lot of great stuff coming for y'all with the rebrand, Patreon, Discord. So be on the lookout for that within the next few weeks. We will announce on social media whenever this specific day that we are going to drop that
and change the name.
Yeah. So in the next few weeks, if you see a different name under,
don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed. It's still us, guys. We're still here, still making the same content. Just bringing even more content for y'all. All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode. As always, with me, my co-host Garrett. We'll see you next time on Blake's Takes. For now,
see you guys.